Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a flip through of my 2019 health and fitness planner. And yeah, it was a really productive year, so there's lots to talk about, so let's hop to it. Okay, so this planner that I used last year was the Healthy Hero planner. I really enjoyed this layout. I didn't know how I was going to like it in the beginning. I almost didn't buy it, and then I ended up not figuring out another strategy for the next year, and I didn't want to do undated inserts, so I picked it up, and I'm so glad I did. I ended up totally loving the layout in the end. To begin, I have my, and this is the actual cover, so this whole planner is all Healthy Hero. Tried to write my name in there. I really shouldn't do that. It's, yeah, no, not good. Get through those first couple pages here, and we start with the January goals. I tried to, start the year off right, setting goals for myself, and I also downloaded a habit tracker to use to try to, work through some of the things that I had on my goals list and just kind of keeping them all here along with my health and fitness, just maintaining that. I did pretty good with this habit tracker. There's a lot of things I was trying to do, so this was really helpful to get me started off on the right foot. And then we jump into the monthly. So I went back to what I knew, or actually I didn't have anything set from the previous year. I was doing this in the previous year because I didn't have a lot of stickers when I first started, and so I thought I'd go back to that because I, of course, looked through my previous year's planner and I thought, oh, I hadn't done that before, so I'd do it again. I like the idea of just kind of simple color here. I tracked my workouts. That was a little bit different, and then I also put my goals here again on, but I think these weren't exactly the same goals as I had. They were goals that I wanted to do, but they didn't match up directly with the goals I had set here. So they were more tangible goals. And I started my weight. I started out at 152. By the end of the year, I was under 140, so I had lost a pretty good amount of weight throughout the year, and I never went back up, which was great, and I'm trying to keep that going for this year. Okay, so that was that spread. So this is my first week in the Healthy Hero layout, and I was just kind of getting my feet wet again. I hadn't, tried this layout before. It was brand new, and I didn't know exactly how I wanted it to look. So this was my first attempt. It obviously could be better, but got things started. My second week had some color added in. I think I just kind of did a color scheme, and again, still working out how I wanted it to look. I was also starting keto at this time, so I wasn't feeling that great in the beginning. I had the keto flu because I didn't know about electrolytes. If you guys have tried keto and you don't know what I'm talking about, go and look up keto Gatorade because you're probably going to need some. But yeah, so that was an adventure. This was the very first week that I felt like I found a groove. This spread really clicked with me. I thought, okay, this is cool. I like this, and I could do this again. So really loved the color scheme on this one. I loved using the focus section for kind of inspiration, tracking my workouts at the top, stats at the bottom. A lot of this you're going to see repeated as far as the structure of the planner throughout the whole flip through, because like once I found this, I was like, this is it. This is what I'm going with. And yeah, so again, kind of same setup, top to bottom, using the focus section for my stickers and fun, and then just kind of theming everything around that. And then again, using that washi in the background, I really liked that and how it turned out, brought in some added pattern and color to the spread. And just, same thing, just kind of tracking and seeing how things go. February came around and I started my February goals. I went a little bit more robust for this month. And then I tried to do another habit tracker, but before I had a good printer, and I don't even know if you can see, yeah, but like the toner just kept rubbing off, and I didn't like that, so I just stopped using it because it was bugging me how bad the print was. Because I tried to print on heavier paper this time. The first one was on regular copier paper, and it was fine. But then, yeah, the heavier paper, it wasn't good. So our printer needed to be updated, and thankfully we did that in the fall. So now we're into February. This month I decided to try tracking all my stats on the monthly spread, which was really good, except for it was a little overwhelming to look at. And then I tried to color code whenever I would actually achieve the goal I had set for myself each day. It's just a lot. It's really good information, and I really do like tracking a lot of info and kind of reflecting on how I do each day. But it was a lot as far as a spread to look at, so I didn't repeat that going forward just because, like I said, it was too much. And then I had this little insert tracker here just as a habit tracker to keep track, and then I had my weight. So yes, that's how I used it, because I like to track my weight on my monthly as I go, as well as I have an insert that I keep where I track my weight as well. So this was the next week in February. I loved this spread. I love a good rainbow spread, especially when it's like not a traditional rainbow, but kind of like a softer toned rainbow. So it was really fun. Used some washi, but again, because the stats now, they had moved to my monthly, I was doing something a little different here, and I was tracking my calories at the bottom. So that worked pretty good, or calories burned, sorry, not calories. So I had my calories underneath my food, but my calories burned in my workouts. I also like to keep the same sidebars as I go through a month, so you'll see like the sidebars will be pretty consistent each month, if you'll notice. So this one was a fun one. I was trying my hand at some washi layering. If you follow my channel, you'll know that I have washi struggles, but I think this kind of came out cute as a background, gave a little extra pattern and interest. This was a little bit weird, but I think still tracking the calories burned was nice. And then I also tried to use these like time trackers this time around for my weight, and that worked okay, but yeah, I don't think I kept that going forward either. This one was a fun one. I tried a new sticker book that I picked up on clearance at Hobby Lobby. I think it was like from Paper Studio. I really loved the soft colors, and yeah, it was just a different color palette, nothing that Happy Planner really had as far as this navy blue. So this one was a really pretty one to look at. I really like this one a lot. This one was the travel sticker book spread, where I used the travel sticker book in a way of kind of tying it to getting outside and going and doing things health-wise. So I thought that was kind of creative way to use those stickers since I don't do a lot of traveling. I think it came out pretty good. Again, I track a lot of stuff. IF, if you're not sure what that means, that's intermittent fasting. So that was my fasting window, like when I would actually be eating, and then the rest of the time I would be fasting, and my stats and all that good stuff. And on this March goals page, I really sat down and tried to figure out a way that I would flip to this page a lot, because back in the beginning, or having it in the beginning of the month before I even go to the monthly spread, I don't look at it as much. So the idea was to add some habit trackers here on the goals page to keep me coming back to the page and reviewing my goals every day. That worked okay. I mean, it worked, but the only thing and I've mentioned this before as well, is that you always have to keep this back side of a spread with your planner if you're planning for the future month that way. So I always didn't like that. And in 2020, I decided to put my goals just on my monthly instead of filling out a currently page like this. But I did this all year long just for consistency, and so you'll see I always set up my goals for each month health-wise. So I really like this spread actually. I liked the step trackers, having those in and just kind of a clean look, and then I was using the little space above them to kind of track how I was feeling health-wise, because I have a lot of issues with allergies and asthma, and so I was just kind of tracking how things were going. And I also had some keto issues that I didn't realize was happening. I had baby deer legs, um, which was weird, but you get like your muscles can get weak again if you don't have the right electrolytes in your body. So yeah, it was just a lot of learning curves, and it was good to have it written down to track and to figure out what I needed to do. This one was a pretty spread. Again, love a soft rainbow. Went back to that. Started using these habit trackers for the sidebar for the month, and then again went back to what I know with this washi center with the stickers on top. This one was cool. I really liked the color scheme. Purple and green, can't go wrong with that. And then I tried to do some washi layering in there with the stickers. Just had fun with this guy. It was a nice one. Really enjoyed that. This one was a sticker pack, or influenced by a sticker pack I'd picked up at Hobby Lobby, and it had like these glossy stickers. I don't know if you can see the gloss, but yeah, these glossy stickers which stuck really solidly the moment it touched the paper. So moving them around really wasn't an option. Had a little bit of a struggle, but I liked the look of it, and since I was supposed to be eating more fruits and vegetables, that was, you know, a nice kind of tie-in to the theme. And this one was a nice one as well. Telling you, that soft color palette really just always produces a nice spread. Tried using some of the colorful boxes at the top from, I think it was like the second colorful box sticker book that had more of the saturated color boxes. And I don't really have a vertical layout spreads, so I was trying to figure out a way to use those, and I think they turned out pretty good in this layout. So here is my April goals, and I did a little time to reflect insert on this time as well, just kind of looking back at how the first 3 months or first quarter went. And I'm going to be doing that again for 2020, just kind of doing that page as my review instead of doing a goals page each month. But this, again, I kept the habit trackers on there, and I did my quarterly measurements. So I do that every quarter. I'll put my measurements on the goals page. April, I really liked the previous month with the step trackers and the journaling of my health issues, so I did that again, trying to track weather too and seeing how that affect my allergies. This one was really great. I kept it kind of simple, not too much overkill, and I think that worked really well for me. So this was a really good spread. This spread I really wanted to like, but I did not. I didn't like the color scheme. I felt everything was a little bit hodgepodgey. I mean, basically from here down it's fine, but this all is kind of looked too clumped together. It looked better on the wax paper, but when I actually put it on the page, the wax paper I had spread it out a little bit, or on the sticker sheet, I mean, not the wax paper, sticker sheet. I had spread it out a little bit, so I thought it'd be good, but when they were right next to each other, I just thought it was too busy. So that was that spread. And I'm going to adjust the color here for a second. Okay, so this one is the Trendsetter spread, which I used all the same elements that I normally like to do, kind of a rainbow theme, washi in the middle, and yeah, it just turned out really good. Those Trendsetter stickers really matched well with the health spread stickers, and interesting that I didn't use the sidebar for this spread. I don't think it worked with the color scheme, so I had to kind of fudge that one, but then I used it for the rest of the month, I believe, yeah. So here is my next week in April's spread. I really liked this purple and green tone, and I thought everything worked really well with the black kind of tying things in and calming things down a bit. I thought that was a really fun spread, like how that turned out. Really liked this spread actually. Again, soft rainbow, can't go wrong with that. I really like this little healthy snacks area with the colors kind of mixed in. That was really cool. It really got me focused on food a little bit better that week as I remember. So yeah, really pretty spread. And then May goals, I liked this spread a lot. I really liked this area a lot on this goals page. Just, I think it's the carrot and the PS, I hope you feel beautiful today. That little area was really nice. I remember having a lot more stickers on it and then backing it up because I had veggies all over the place. And so I think in the end it turned out good because it was overkill before I took some stickers off. And let's see, next monthly spread. Let's do this. So this one was a really fun one. I saw that we had all these watch trackers. I thought it'd be really nice to track the 3 rings on my Apple Watch on the monthly spread this month. So something different, but I do always try to close my rings, if you will. So that just means that you get your goals, your daily goals in, I think it's standing is blue. You do 30 minutes of exercise. So stand 12 hours, 30 minutes of exercise, and then I had 500 calories burned each day as my move goal. So if you hit all 3 of those, then you close your rings. So I'm always kind of keeping track of that as I go. And so this was a fun way to see it all in one place. And then I also did some habit trackers here. Instead of having them on my monthly, like I mentioned before, just even though I wanted to use a monthly like I did, it was just more practical to have them here on this page. This spread was okay. I had wanted the wellness sticker book for a while and had not found it. And then when I finally picked it up, I wanted to try it. But then I ended up not really liking pastels in my health spread. I just didn't feel very energized. And then this week, I also had tried to go back to my 21-day fix diet plan. That did not stick. I had gone off of keto back in in April, just because I was having so many weird issues health-wise, and then I wanted to get back on track with my diet, but and I wanted to go like full vegan, but I just did not get into it. Tried again, as you can see, it lasted about a week and a half. So I was like, no, I'm not feeling this. But this spread here was a nice one, I thought. I switched things up since I was tracking stats on tracking these stats. I decided not to track my overall stats for the day for this month, doing something different. So I used the entire header for my decor, and then I tracked a few stats, my sleep, and I think these are my steps, and then the rest of this is where I put in my workouts, just changing things up again and trying to see if there was a better way than what I was already used to. And apparently I hadn't learned my lesson with the pastels, so this was my birthday, or the beginning of going into my birthday week, and I had picked up the Daydreamer sticker book, and I wanted to use that as well. And so they had some stuff in there about, I thought I had seen some stuff about fitness, but maybe I was wrong. I try to use it, but pastels just aren't very energizing to me in my health spread, so I usually do not put those in now that I know. And then this one was a weird one too, just because I had my birthday weekend starting here and over here, so I decided to kind of make a cutoff and then start the week back healthy, starting on Wednesday. It was okay. I didn't feel very cohesive, but yeah, that was a spread. Back to normal, back to things that I like here as far as color schemes. Rainbow, this one was a little bit more brights, and I liked having the extra room up here for some inspiration. Tracking my workouts, like the spread, as far as just the color scheme and everything. It was nice. My June goals, I did a little recap of how I was feeling at the end of the month, and before I archived this guy. But yeah, I just try to keep it pretty simple, straightforward. It's a nice one. Nothing too crazy though. Again, try to use the wellness sticker book here. I wanted to do some habit trackers, and it had these stickers here that I thought might work well for tracking how I was feeling, and it was okay. Not one of my favorites. I did kind of like this up here, but other than that, meh. Let's see. So, oh, this was Hawaii week. So that's why it looks a little bit different. I decided to kind of go Hawaiian colors, tropical island colors, and kind of keep it simple and just track what I was eating and how many steps I did, but there was no workouts or anything, and then just kind of tracked anything that I thought was not working out, but you know, like if we walked somewhere or what we did that was a little bit more activity based, and putting that in here. Really liked this spread. This was my first week back from vacation, and I just wanted to get back into eating healthy, and I went back to my old layout with, you know, workouts at the top and my stats back on the page. I loved the fruits and the veggies here. It just, in the color scheme, this one was a really fun one, and I really liked it a lot. This one, I think I used Boss Babe actually with this one, if I am recalling. And I kind of like this layout with the color boxes up here to kind of divide out my workouts. So just a little bit different layout upstairs, and the rest was pretty simple, not a lot of color, and I liked that actually. It was a little bit different, but I really liked it. This one was also a really pretty one. This is when I started kind of using quotes in the middle and cutting them up a little bit more to fill the space, and I really think this one turned out nice. Love the colors. Obviously, I'm a very big fan of teal and green, and so this was a really nice one to look at. And then my July goals, quarterly measurements, goals, kept it simple. It's a good one here too. Now we're into July, and this month I decided to do I think a push-up challenge, yeah. And so I have that in there. So these are marking how many push-ups I needed to do each day. So I got to 50, although I couldn't do them all at once, which I was hoping that I was going to be a superstar at the end of the month, but that didn't happen. So I was able to do 50, but I think I had to take like 2 breaks in between, but I would do maybe like 20 to 25 at a time. So it was a big accomplishment considering that 5 was a challenge to start with. And I put in some washi tape here, and I think I have the washi sticker book. So I was trying to figure out ways to use it, and I tried it here on this spread, which I think turned out pretty cute. Oh, let me put these back in. Yeah, so this is my actual push-up challenge, and then I also tried again to do some tracking, some water tracking, and other things, or habit tracking for the month. This spread in particular I really loved. Again, soft rainbow, can't go wrong with that. I love the little coffee cups. I loved the washi and the quote in the middle, and again I think I was cutting up quotes to make them fit, and it just worked out pretty cute, keeping everything else pretty simple. This spread I really liked. No, I take that back. I wanted to like, but it was a little bit too hodgepodgey. I wanted to try to use these stickers, which are actually clear stickers with lines, but I had to pick out a Sharpie pen to make sure that the ink would stay put. So I was using a Sharpie pen to actually put to write on top of those clear stickers, and yeah, it wasn't my favorite, but yeah, it's something different, something to try. This one wasn't a okay spread as well. I don't remember being in love with the spread. I did like how this turned out in the middle, though. You know, using the little habit trackers or not habit trackers, like healthy habit reminders to keep track of what I wanted to do. This one was a marrying, if I'm not mistaken, of the wellness sticker book and more black, because like I said, pastels don't seem to really get me energized, but I was pulling anything that had black in it to kind of beef up the color scheme, and I think this one turned out okay. Again, not really my favorite, but you know, it wasn't bad to look at. And then we have my August goals, and just kind of keeping it simple again. I think I used Trendsetter mainly on this one to get things set up. And now we're into August, and that was it was all right. I liked the sidebar a lot because I was starting a plank challenge. And I liked the little flags to denote how many seconds I would hold the plank. But I didn't have the right colors for everything to match up perfectly. I would have preferred like each day to have the same colored steps and flag. I think it would feel a little bit less all over the place. But kind of the same thing I normally do. I just was keeping track of how I was feeling and how many steps I did. This was the beginning of my all pen month, and I really enjoyed this challenge. I decided just on a whim to challenge myself to use my highlighters more, and I thought this would be the perfect place to do it in my planner, and I just loved it. I think they turned out pretty great. I decided to do workouts at the top, and then for my focus, since I didn't have any stickers, I was writing down the verse of the day, which was one of my goals, was to kind of connect more spiritually, and also tracking all the other stuff I normally track. I thought this came out super cute, especially for her not having any stickers. And then I did the same thing throughout the month. So this one I kind of try to add in some decor at the tops and use my highlighters, but try to do more of a like an ombre or, you know, like a gradient color scheme. I remember having to search for those highlighters all over the place, trying to get the right blues to greens and make it work. But this one was a fun one. Oh, I did have some problems though with the pens smearing. I was using my Papermate Flare for the deeper black tones, and it just always smears on me for some reason. So yeah. This one was totally fun, kind of neon, just the color scheme was so not what I would normally do, and I just really thought it came out super cute, especially for a health spread. This orange just pops right off the page, and again, all pen, so just try to do different things with boxes and you know, kind of bullet journal, if you will. Yeah, so this one was a really fun one. So this one I think was my last week or second to last week of the all pen, and I decided to tie in all the stuff I really liked from the previous spreads and put them together. So I did a rainbow. I added some of the box layouts that I'd liked from before, the quotes and things, and this is probably my favorite of all of the all pen spreads I ended up doing. And then in the last week, I was running out of ideas, so I added in a little strip of washi just for a little bit of added interest, and I did a yellow and black because we know you can't go wrong with yellow and black. And I think this one turned out pretty cute too. Just some different techniques, and just trying to plank. Kind of fell off there at the end, but I think this one was a fun one. So September goals. This is when I started to try to be more methodical with my goal setting, and so this one was more of my goal was to meal plan, grocery shop, and meal prep. So it was all focused in on my nutrition plan, and then I had it broken down step by step what I was going to do for each of those separate goals. So it was definitely more goal based, more actionable item based, and I think that was really helpful. I did start meal planning in September, even though I hate meal planning and prep, everything having to do with it. I hate it all. So trying to force myself to do it with colorful prettiness, it helped. I did do it a little bit. And then I was trying to keep track of, like habit track how I was doing with it throughout the month, and I did okay. I even did a collab with another planner babe, just trying my best to get set up on the right foot, but as you can see, things just definitely started falling off, and I also started getting really sick as far as allergies and asthma near the middle to late September, so I just didn't have the strength to keep going. I tried though, I really tried. I really like the top half too. I was tying it back into like my meal prep and plan, so the design of the fruits and veggies and everything was all geared towards meal planning. So this was my first week of trying botanicals in my health, and I don't know if you noticed, but I don't really use a lot of florals in my health, or I hadn't before this spread. But I had seen somebody else use them actually on Instagram, and I thought that it was really pretty in a health spread. So I decided to try it myself, and I was so glad I did. I really love the spread. I think it came out really pretty. It was a great setup. Again, I had some issues health-wise, so I didn't use it to its fullest, at least at the top. Usually I would have filled it out a bit more. But yeah, overall I like the spread a lot. And then this spread, I had another set of those Hobby Lobby stickers, this time with kind of like a sea theme, ocean theme, and I tied those in with some of the other stickers I found. And I thought that this color scheme came out pretty good. I did have problems moving the stickers around, like I mentioned before with the other ones, but overall, I think it came out pretty well. And then I'm using those highlighters now since I gotten more comfortable with using mile liners or highlighters in the planner just to add some more color. This one was a fun one. I really love this color scheme, just something different, and I liked the little addition of black to kind of, anchor everything, but I loved the orange, not the orange, like the yellow and the pink and the teal together. It was just a really fun color scheme. Yeah, no complaints here. Really cute. This one was my attempt to use some of my Free Spirit stickers. I picked up that book on clearance, the original Free Spirit, which has like darker themes and kind of more mystical, which I'm not into mystical stuff at all. But it was on clearance, and there were some other stickers that I thought I could use. So I pulled those in and tried to use them here on my health spread, and I think it came out pretty good. Just the color scheme was a little too dark for me, I think. And yeah. So then we were into October, and then I was keeping track here of my trials for natural medicine, just trying to fix my issues with my health. I was really kind of going downhill in the late September, early October, so that's what I have tracked here. And again, goals kind of based, faith-based, fasting, eating, all that stuff, so just breaking it down. And let's skip through that. So October, I set this all up with an all pen spread for October. So I had done the weeklies, and then this time I decided to do a monthly all pen. And The setup was a little tedious, but I think it came out pretty cute as far as the color scheme and then what I was tracking. Yeah, so this was a fun way to do something a little different in my health monthly. And then there was a Taco Day spread, Taco Day. So there was a couple of stickers I had that were related to tacos with this really weird gradient for a taco. I mean, like it has purple and green in the back of that one, and then like the purple, green, pink, and then a taco. So it was just weird, weird combination for these realistic tacos to have with those colors. But I think it came out cute for a health spread. Yeah, and I made it work with both. And yeah, so National Taco Day was on that Friday. And then I think this is the week that I matched my health spread as far as color-wise to my horizontal daily spread, which I did a copper leaves spread, and so there's a lot of oranges and yellows in the middle of it, kind of pumpkin-y, but fall. So I kind of tied those color schemes together and did something similar here, and I thought that turned out cute. But again, things not filled out all the way just because I stopped being 100% going to the classes because I was feeling really not great. And then yeah, so this is the week that pretty much fell apart, but color scheme wise, I think it came out cute. Again, rainbow, you can't go wrong. I tried using some washi as like a background for the stickers, and I think yeah, it was a good concept as far as spreads go. This one was fun, but just I don't think in the end I really enjoyed it that much. I was trying to use some stickers that I wasn't really sure how to use as far as these watercolor ones, and I did like using the gold. There's some gold foiling on these quotes, so I tried to tie in some gold here, and I don't know. It came out okay. I like the idea of it, but it was a little bit funky to me as far as colors. This one was a modern fall theme, and again, using some foil stickers in my health spread. I like the color scheme I could pull. I had enough to kind of make that work throughout, so that worked well. Yeah, this was okay as far as the decor in the middle, but I think the color scheme worked well. It's kind of a fall themed rainbow, if you will, but kind of like a modern fall. And now we're into the November goal spread. This one, I think I went back to just kind of keeping it simple. I was just trying to get back into the groove after feeling really sick and just, just refocus again, just build back up. Really loved this spread, the way it turned out. I really liked having the color-coded kind of days of the week and everything matching up, and then having that little space to journal how I was doing. And yeah, so this one was a really fun one, simple but really clean and helpful as well as far as tracking. It's a black and yellow spread, and I really like this one a lot. I switched it up this month again just to try some things out, and so most of the decor is here. I put my stats in the middle this time, and then I put my workouts at the bottom. I like the idea of having more space for the decor, but I need more space, I think, for my workouts, because I usually do 2 workouts and they just feel kind of like clumpy down here. So I like the look of the spread though, especially if you don't work out quite as much as me and you wanted a spread that looked good but wasn't quite overwhelming. This is a nice way to do it. And then we have the kind of faith sticker spread. I really like this one. It came out really pretty, using florals again and quotes, and this is always just ends up turning out really nice. So just keeping a color scheme going, using the quotes. I really love the spread. And I'm not really a huge fan of pink, but I really liked the way this one turned out. This one was another fun one. As I said, rainbow themes, you really can't go wrong with that. But I really ended up liking these stickers a lot. I didn't at first when I saw them in the sticker book. I was like, how are you going to use them? But when I put them here on the spread, I really did like the way they turned out. So yeah, they converted me. And I really like the watercolor brights. So this one was fun as far as the color scheme goes. This one was Thanksgiving week, and I was getting my groove back as far as going back to the gym and everything. And so I liked having this little collage up here focused on, you know, being grateful and thankful. I liked everything except for this little strip of washi that I had put in. I think it would have been better without it. But overall, a really fun spread, and I like the color scheme a lot. My focus for December was to reach my goal weight, so I was working towards 135, and just kind of focused on how to make that happen. So everything in December was about that. I tracked my weight throughout the whole month daily, which I normally only do by week, and I got close. I got to 138, but that was as close as I got. Anyway, it was still awesome. I'm still trying to get there. Health issues have returned, but overall, it was a really great way to keep me focused on my goal, because like every day I was tracking my weight and just trying to see where I was at. And I kind of liked the addition of this little dotted line to give it a little bit of fun texture, if you will. This one was a great spread. Loved the blues, loved the foil snowflakes in the center, just keeping it simple and using the foil peppered around a little bit to tie it all together, but like cool blue winter themes. It was a nice one. And then my little reindeer working out. This one was also a fun one. It's always made me smile every time I turned to this page and saw this little guy lifting the weights. It's just like, this is adorable. So the cute little reindeer really made this one a fun spread. And tried the washi background again. And this one was from like the student seasonal, so the color scheme was a little bit brighter, not so traditional, and I think that worked well in my health spread. Really liked this spread as far as the color scheme and the gradient in the center for the theme colors. This turned out super cute, I thought. And this was the week before Christmas, so it was a lot of hustling going on, trying to stay on track with my goals of losing the weight. And yeah, this was a fun one to look at. And then this is the last spread, as I recall, and this is the Christmas spread. And it was great, but I'm sure you guys can see there's some smudging that happened. I added black dots in with, I think I added it in with my Flair pen, which I should have known, and on top of clear stickers, wherever that was on top of, it ended up smearing. So that was a bit of a bummer, but it looked great to start. And the color scheme was really kind of fun and bright for Christmas, very happy Christmas. So this one was fun and carried me through to the last, cycle of the year. So that's it, the entire thing. Wow, I had quite a health journey. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up down below and go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time. Bye!